Alvin Round Beats.
Hello everybody, welcome back to a new video from
Thiago?
Any Media. Today we're gonna do Soltinho together.
Yes, you already have a video about the footwork from Soltinho, so make sure to watch this video before watching this video here, okay? There we explain the footwork that we now gonna use. So even though we're gonna talk about the footwork a little bit, we're not gonna explain completely like we showed on the other video. So go there, watch it, practice, and then we have no problem doing the Soltinho here.
Yes, Thiago did a beautiful exercise video to train alone, and this video we're gonna show you how to do it together.
Yes, let's go. So let's start. Remember first, there are many ways to do the Soltinho, and we're gonna show you one first, and then we're gonna start showing the other Soltinhos maybe in other videos, okay? But let's focus first on the one that we showed for you on the solo video practice. So we're gonna be moving circular, what is very characteristic from Brazilian dances. Soltinho is actually a dance in Brazil, just like Brazilian Zouk or lambada or forró. Soltinho is a dance, and it's dance on the circular way, just like forró as well, just like lambada and just like Brazilian Zouk. But it feels like you are moving in this triangle form, yes? So we're gonna show you now how to get in the movement first, because you know already the footwork because you practice, yes? No pressure. We're gonna start with the basic step, and we're gonna use now the elástico that you know already as well. If you don't know, watch the video first. This here we use to entry on lateral, for example. Remember? And the same idea we're gonna use, we are in this position, okay, on the back spot position, and we're gonna use now the left side. Remember when we practice with the object in the middle, I always was passing to the left side. So this is my left side, and this is her left side. If I have the left leg without weight, I'm gonna start with my left turn.
For me it's the opposite. I have my right leg free, so I'm going to start with my right turn.
Yeah, so it's gonna be the normal lateral footwork for her, and for me the simple turn. We're gonna do first the Wi-Fi, so we're not gonna use the hands, okay? I'm gonna, until here, use my hands, and then I'm gonna start moving, but then here I release, okay? So I'm gonna do this slow, quick, quick. Remember to replace your step to your partner. Now I'm gonna keep searching the left side, and she's gonna keep searching this left side. Followers, you are searching now to me. So it's not the simple turn to the side yet, just if I show it. We're gonna use the simple turn to the side as exit. But now I'm moving that way, so you go that way. Yeah, it comes, Soltinho comes from the lambada as well, and we are always searching for each other there. So now, right leg for me, left for her, 7, 8, slow, quick, quick.
So I do my simple turn here, but I always search for my leader back as reference, as well as he uses me as a reference to end. Okay, so I'm replacing my step regarding my leader's perspective, yeah? Yeah.
If we don't move much, this replace step, it's gonna be very little, but we can move more on the Soltinho. And then mainly for you as a follower that you have to pay attention where the leader is moving, you're gonna have to pay attention where he's going. So slow, quick, wait a little bit. If I move, for example, if I had moved more to this side, she has to replace to this side. It's gonna be more clearly once we have a hand connection, yeah? So that's the idea. Once we get in the elastic, we can do the Soltinho 7, 8, tum, chick, chick, tum, chick, chick, tum, chick, chick. To get out the exit, I'm gonna use the normal simple turn. So when my right side is free, now I'm gonna show to her body language that I'm gonna block this way that she was always coming. So she's trying to come with me. So I try to prep my chest and turn her just by using my body language. Yeah, so for here, I use my arms, I can use my head, use your whole body to show her that we are changing something. In this case, it's gonna be the simple turn for her. Can you change the legs? So it's gonna be the simple turn for her and side step for me. Yeah, while I'm doing this, I'm gonna catch her shoulder blade and we could go back to basics. So if you do this completely, would be like this. Let's do from basic step. 7, 8, and slow, quick, quick, slow, quick, quick, slow, quick, quick, slow, quick, quick, slow. Now to my right side, I go with her, quick, quick, and back to basic. Yes, of course you could do more than this. It's just remember the time to exit is when you as a leader have the right leg without weight, and then you can close the weight and go to a simple turn.
I really like this variation because in the Wi-Fi variation of Soltinho, you have a lot of freedom,
yes,
both of us. But I'm talking about the followers for your arm styling, to do your own version of it, as long as you respect the timing and you make sure you look at your leader all the time to know when is the time you're going to go out and go back to maybe basic or something else, yeah?
Yeah, as a leader as well, as a follower, you have time to play with your legs, with your arms, everything. We have a lot of freedom there, but you always have to pay attention on the timing.
And on the basic structure.
On the basic structure. That's what we use to join a dance. When two persons are dancing, for example, and you want to join, for example, on the birthday circles, on the rodas, it's gonna be like this. You need to realize, you need to pay attention which leg she has. For example, we both are followers and she's dancing, just do Soltinho there. Or just dance freely using the basics. I need to realize which leg she's using now, which leg is free on the slow, quick, quick, slow, because this I can use to get in. So she's dancing, boom, I need to check, okay, now it's the left, now it's the right. So to join, I'm gonna start with the Soltinho, right, and then she get out, and then I start to dancing with the person that she was dancing before. Yeah, the same thing as a leader. You're gonna try to understand what is the leg that they are using. And we use for this the Soltinho or the side step. Yeah, there are two very basic ways to join the dance and understand on which leg the person's dancing. Practice this first, and then we're gonna start now using the arms. Okay, so now you have two arms and you can use two arms. So you have actually a lot of options because you can use both arms, you can use one arm, you can use crossed. So you have a lot of options here. Yes, both side cross. Ooh. There's a lot of options. The idea is the same. And we're gonna start first with my left arm for the leaders.
And my right arm.
And we start going first low. So when I go to the Soltinho, I bring her arm, her hand, to my belly, let's say between belly button and sternum area, okay? So I bring her to my middle, and followers and leaders, on this case, we're gonna try always to keep contact with the partner. So the hands kind of slides, yeah? If you don't wanna touch the sweat partner, you can just use a little bit of contact, but this is important to realize the distance that you guys are moving. Tum, cha, cha. Yeah? I can catch the arm again and do now a simple turn. So the idea is I slide and catch the arm here on the top, and then I can do a simple turn. Tum, cha, cha, tum, cha, cha, tum. And see that I'm always moving on this left side. My body is moving there, but my chest is rotating to the right, so she can go that way. So I'm not going like this, otherwise I would lead her there. Yeah? So remember, leaders, when you lead the simple turn, you have to have this chest rotation. Yeah? What we call torsion. My hip is showing that way, forward, but my chest is showing to the side. Cha, cha. Yeah? The second variation is the hand. It's not gonna stay low, it's gonna create a tunnel. So I'm gonna put my hand up and turn. Chick, chick. And here I keep the same. Tum, chick, chick. Tunnel, simple turn, or low, simple turn, and then you can change. Up, simple turn, low, simple turn, and stop. Yeah?
Followers, you still, or actually both of you, you still have one arm free to style, but just make sure that you keep connected here and you keep your basic footwork that you know, and don't get confused just because he's now using an arm, okay? Everything here on the footwork stays the same.
Yes. So now we're gonna use two arms. The idea is the same thing that we were doing before here. We're just gonna add this arm.
So we don't have an arm free to style.
Yeah. So remember that we start with the arm low, and that's what we're gonna use now. But if this arm is low, this arm is gonna be up. So I create a tunnel with the right arm. Doom. Yes, and I pass here, cha, cha. And now the opposite. If the left hand goes up, the right hand goes down. And now it's for me the same idea as for her. I want to keep my hand on her body, here on the middle, so I know where she is and I can create a fast connection.
But obviously watch out where you touch
Yes.
your follower, okay?
That's why they're in the middle, okay? So, with your left turn leader, you bring your hand whoop, to the belly, and then left hand up. Left hand to the belly, left hand up. And the right hand is always the opposite. Okay? And we create this very basic shape and traditional shape of the Soltinho. To get out is the same thing. When the right side is open, I lead her to the right side, release, and then could get here. You even could use already directly a yo-yo, because the hand is already there. Yeah, would feel very organic. So the same idea that we were using before, that this left hand, when I turn, can go down, up, right? Can go down or up. Now it's low, and now we are always going for the left turn with my hand up, so she could turn freely. But you can, instead of bringing the hand up, you can go with your hand down, and this is gonna create this lock position, this hammer lock position, okay? And now she is of course closed, she cannot go further, so I can bring her back, and she's gonna do a right simple turn. Yeah, that's a very basic idea of Zouk. If you learn simple turn and Soltinho, this here shouldn't be a problem. The difference is that we get out a little bit of the Soltinho variation, and I start using my side step only, and she started using the simple turn to the left and to the right. Mm-hmm. Yes? So you did Soltinho, ba 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 ba, and then you arrive here as you normally would get out. But now, instead of doing this, you go down and back, down and back, and then you could go back to the Soltinho or go back or get out to the simple turn. Yes?
Followers, just a little thing about the footwork here. We said this is two simple turn footworks, right? And in theory it still is, but I just want to make sure that you know that sometimes I actually do more of a lateral footwork, but you see that because now if I would do lateral, I would look to you and not to my leader. So this is why I turn a little bit more so I'm facing him, okay? So it's like a mixture of lateral and simple turn, okay? Just make sure that you keep your step pivot footwork and that your upper body and also mostly your hip is looking to your leader in the end. Yes?
This is gonna depend on the length of your arm, of my arm, how much space I give you.
It can vary.
Yeah, it can vary. It can be that I'm not gonna give you a lot of space, so your hip's gonna be there, or I give you a lot of space and your hip gonna be here. Or you have enough flexibility on your shoulder to turn more. That's a lot of different things that's gonna influence this, but at the end, we're still using the same idea, okay? Remember that the simple turn and the lateral footwork, we're still using the step pivot. So it's the same idea for both sides, yeah?
And I like to use this arm to stay in contact with my leader in the end. I don't have to, but I like to, because then I have even more contact to feel what he's leading, okay?
And remember, from here, it comes the chicote, okay? The classic chicote and chicote. Can you do now with simple turn? 7, 8, chicote, and get out, okay? The exit, that's not about this pattern now. We have different footworks that we can use there. But that's the idea, all right? So make sure to practice before this variation that we are always going in a circular movement and in this triangle form. Because now we're gonna do another variation that it feels like a square kind of. So the idea is to use the exit from the first. So we said that on the exit from Soltinho, from the first variation, we do a simple turn and I do a basic, a side base, yeah? And we said there that I would catch her and would go back to basic. But you can keep the Soltinho. So we're gonna mix both. I start with the simple turn, check, check, I use my side base, okay, back spot. And now I use the first half. So I continue with this triangle idea. I do a left turn, it can be up or low, you choose.
And because I have my right leg free now, I'm doing my lateral footwork, yes? And my right turn.
Boom, check, check. And now I go to the side with her again. And then to her left side. To the side, and I cross the left side. So I go to the side and forward. To the side and forward. For her as well. Side and forward. Side and forward instead of just forward the whole time. Do you see the difference? That's the first variation. And that's the second variation. Side and forward. Side and forward. And here's the same thing. You can use both arms. Side, forward. Side or always forward. Yes? And the exit, you know already. So that's the idea. It's just a small thing, but you learn already. If you learn the Soltinho in triangle and you learn the exit, you just now need to learn how to mix them.
I feel like in this version, you may be even more tempted to do the opening instead of the pivot. So just remember that in this basic structure of Soltinho, we try to always use our step pivot, okay?
She means here. So when I go here and that, you're saying that it feels like you can open. And you can. Just as another variation, nowadays the step pivot, chuk chuk, is our standard. Before, on lambada times, this, what we call lunge, was the variation. And you still can do this if you do this on purpose. Sometimes you choose to do this, and it's not only the standard. And most important is if you don't go to that side, you need to do this here. Do that. So she's not bringing me to the side. because a lot of people do this. So they want to do the lunge, but they bring me there. And then you are breaking the structure of our frame. Then this is not good anymore. So you can use the opening position. If you see Renata Peçanha dancing, she still uses a lot from this. She helped to create the Brazilian Zouk as we know and dance lambada before. So that was the standard. Yeah? If you want to do this, I would advise you in 2022. Oops.
Thiago still stuck 2 years ago.
Yeah, 2022 to use the step pivot, mainly when you are competing, because the judge is gonna look for the step pivot. And if you are dancing social, you can do this. Remember not to pull your partner.
And also, I felt for me in the beginning, it was also a very nice exercise to practice my step pivot, because the opening sometimes for some people is easier than the step pivot. So the Soltinho for me was super, super nice to practice my Soltinho and to perfect it, you know. And so I would just advise in the beginning to focus on this variation, on this version. But then later, as Thiago said, it's not wrong at all to do the lunge if you do it correctly.
There's a reason why we use the step pivot nowadays, and the structure of Zouk, this fluidity, this flow of Zouk comes a lot from the step pivot, because we are going, use this energy and we bring this energy back instead of going and opening like other dances. That's one of the main difference from Zouk. We go and bring this energy back to the floor, keeps in the center. So that's why it's important to use the step pivot, because this is gonna give you a lot of this fluidity, of this flow feeling.
Fluidity.
Yeah, I'm not saying that the lunge is wrong, or you cannot have flow using the lunge. You can, but
you get to know the feeling of Zouk even more if you try this out.
Yeah, if you're learning now, practice first with the step pivot, and then we're gonna get to the lunge.
Alright guys, that was our video for Soltinho. I hope you guys liked it. Make sure to watch both of them. The first one, the solo exercise, and then this one to practice Soltinho. And we had a lot of fun to show you this version or this move, because we love it, and I hope you guys enjoyed it.
Yes, so if you are watching all the classes in a sequence, that's gonna be, I think, the last video. So thank you so much for watching. You did it. Practice this a lot and ask us questions. If you have questions, show us your videos, your training. And thank you so much for purchasing, helping our project. And I hope to see you on the next courses that we have. Okay? See you. Bye bye.
Alvin.